There are two important matters that are discussed in the Bible. Didn't the Bible say, love your God and love your neighbor? All the law and the prophets hang on these two commandments. Let us study about this through the Bible. If we are truly the prophets and prophetesses who have received the truth of God before others and deliver His will, then we must all be born again and share this teaching with others. Let's take a look at this teaching in Matthew chapter 22, verse 34. Hearing that Jesus had silenced the Sadducees, the Pharisees got together. One of them, an expert in the law, tested him with this question, "Teacher, which is the greatest commandment in the law?" Jesus replied, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind." Here, with all your heart and mind, means with 100% of your heart and mind. This is the first and greatest commandment, and the second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself. All the law and the prophets hang on these two commandments. This is what the Bible teaches us. We must truly consider the words, love your God, and love your neighbor as yourself, as the two greatest commandments of all the law and the prophets. And we must be able to change the world around us with God's holy love that is compassionate and full of mercy. Let's turn to 1 John chapter 4, verse 16. And so we know and rely on the love God has for us. God is love. Whoever lives in love lives in God, and God in him. In this way, love is made complete among us, so that we will have confidence on the day of judgment, because in this world we are like Him. There is no fear in love, but perfect love drives out fear, because fear has to do with punishment. The one who fears is not made perfect in love. We love because He first loved us. If anyone says, "I love God," yet hates his brother, he is a liar. For anyone who does not love his brother, whom he has seen, cannot love God, whom he has not seen. And He has given us this command: whoever loves God must also love his brother. God is love. So, though we all come from different backgrounds, having different ways of speaking and acting, we must always ask ourselves, am I living according to the words of God? This should be our standard concerning all matters, so that we may all glorify our father and mother in all circumstances. According to 1 John chapter 4, we must share this holy love given by God with all the children of Zion. We need to have much patience, consideration, and be able to embrace each other's faults. Otherwise, we cannot achieve the beautiful unity that our father and mother desire. Unity can only be achieved with love. Unity without love can never be considered true unity. Let's continue with Romans chapter 13. Chapter 13, verse 8 says, "Let no debt remain outstanding, except the continuing debt to love one another. For he who loves his fellow man has," what has he done? He has fulfilled the law. Among the two greatest commandments of the law and the prophets, one of them was to love God. Only when we love God can we also love our neighbors. Verse 9 says, "The commandments, do not commit adultery, do not murder, do not steal, do not covet, and whatever other commandment there may be, are summed up in this one rule: love your neighbor as yourself." Love does no harm to its neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfillment of the law. Brothers and sisters, Romans chapter 13 says, love does no harm to its neighbor. Love is the fulfillment of the law. And the one who loves his neighbor has fulfilled the law. We should not regard these teachings as just good lessons, which are written in the Bible. But we must put them into practice and accomplish them in the church, in our families, in our workplaces, and in our schools. Only when we do this, all men will know that we are Christ's disciples, just as Jesus said. I hope that our Zion will be able to practice God's love abundantly. By this, I would like to conclude today's sermon. Thank you very much.